Hi there, this is Dotha, and welcome to the Wrestling Time Post Show. It is Friday, October 6, 2023, and tonight I will only be talking about Friday Night SmackDown. Let's get started. So, the main event tonight was LA Knight versus Jimmy Uso. How we got this was LA Knight was originally opened the show, and he didn't even get a chance to say much or really cut a promo because he was interrupted by the Bloodline themselves. Now, the one thing I did like about this was that Paul Heyman put LA Knight over. He basically called him the next big megastar in the business, which is a huge endorsement for LA Knight, if you ask me. And he also said that Knight earned his respect and admiration. And so LA Knight pretty much challenged Jimmy Uso to a match, which is how we got to this main event. Now, I thought the match was going good. However, one of the things I disliked was the fact that it ended in DQ because Solo Sikoa decided to attack LA Knight. Which I didn't like because this was LA Knight's chance to main event, and they chose to end it with a DQ. I was not a huge fan of that. So at the end, you have the Judgment Day coming out, and LA Knight, is outnumbered. John Cena comes out. He's outnumbered too. They're still outnumbered. And then, remember on Raw, Cody Rhodes said that him and Jey Uso would be on SmackDown. So both Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso come out, and a brawl breaks out. Paul Heyman pulls Solo Sikoa from this brawl. Now, an interesting tidbit here is the Jimmy and Jay. Jimmy kind of looked hesitant. It looked like he was kind of shocked to see his brother. So that's an interesting dynamic, especially if the rumor of them doing brother versus brother at WrestleMania is true. I feel like this planted the seeds. Now, I'm probably wondering to yourself, why is Judgment Day out there? Why are they out there with the Bloodline? So when they arrived earlier in the day, they went to the Bloodline locker room, and even the Bloodline said that they were in the wrong locker room. They had this stare down, and there was a moment with Solo Sikoa and Damian Priest, which I thought was a really cool moment. They stared down, so everybody exited except for Rhea and Paul Heyman, and she basically let them know that they're stronger together, the Bloodline and the Judgment Day. And Paul Heyman said that he was mad at himself for not thinking about it. And she basically tells Paul Heyman to acknowledge her. When I was like, oh my gosh, she actually said that. She seemed to be the leader of the Judgment Day, which is good for her. And Paul Heyman kept saying that he had to get it authorized, but she was basically saying it was authorized. So that's why Judgment Day was out there with the Bloodline. They kind of formed in alliance temporarily, if only. And so you have the Judgment Day and the Bloodline. And then, like I said earlier, brawl breaks out, and poor JD McDonough gets beaten down. Judgment Day got taken out, as well as the Bloodline, and he got hit with an AA, a BFT, and a Crossroads, and that's how SmackDown ended. But not only that, we had this spot with John Cena and Solo Sikoa. They had a stare down, and then LA Knight confronted Solo Sikoa. So maybe they're teasing Solo Sikoa John Cena match. I feel like it's probably might happen after Fastlane. Whatever happens at that Fastlane tag match is definitely going to set the road for Solo Sikoa versus John Cena. Now, I feel bad for JD. He's always helping Judgment Day, and Judgment Day pretty much left him in there alone. So I did like that. It kind of made me think that was a tease for War Games, although I thought that it would just be the Judgment Day, but who knows? Maybe we'll get a 10-person War Games match. But we have to wait and see. But, for it being Fastlane, I did like that brawl. And, again, like I said, this might be a tease for War Games. I don't know. Do you guys think Survivor Series would be War Games this year? I really hope it is, but not a bad way to end SmackDown. Like I said, I was just a little disappointed that LA Knight's match ended in a DQ pretty much. So that's that. All right. We get Charlotte and Asuka versus Damage Control. They were basically doing the whole can they coexist with Charlotte and Asuka. This wasn't a bad match. Of course, like Charlotte and Asuka are victorious after Charlotte hits the natural selection to Bayley. So it's very interesting that they both won, considering it's a triple threat match at Fastlane. So we have to wait and see. I feel like I said this on my predictions video. I did do predictions with A Plus Hero Report if you guys want to check that out. But I feel like Bayley's gonna inadvertently cost Io Sky this match. She's the reason this triple threat match even came to be. They were teasing some tension between them. So who knows? Maybe Bayley might try to help Io Sky, but she might end up costing her the title. What did you guys think of this match? Let me know in the live chat or in the comment section down below. We get Rey Mysterio versus Bobby Lashley. This was a non-title match. So one of the things I did like about this match was the fact that the Street Profits were at ringside as well as the LWO. Everybody was out there, which was a surprise because I kind of thought they were going to leave Joaquin Wilde and Cruz de Toro out of this, like they kind of normally do when it comes to the LWO. And during this match, the Street Profits, they take out the Toro and Wild, and Bobby Lashley is victorious after he spears Rey Mysterio. And so later on in the night, we get a backstage segment with the LWO confirming that Joaquin Wilde and Cruz de Toro won't be able to make a phone call. Won't be able to compete. And so Rey Mysterio says he's going to go make a phone call. So, I kind of started speculating who would take their place. Maybe Angel Garza, maybe Humberto Carrillo, but nope, we know who's going to take their place. So, Mike Johnson, a PWI insider, reports that WWE sources told him that the angle was specifically done to bring Carlito back, as the company has been waiting for a storyline entrance for him after signing him to a new deal over the summer. The angle with Joaquin Wilde and Cruz de Toro were taken out of action. It was because they were going to bring back Carlito. So that is who is going to be teaming up with the LWO tomorrow. And now I have a strong feeling that maybe the LWO is going to, and you don't bring Carlito back, have his first match back for them to lose. So we have to wait and see. But what are you guys' thoughts on Joaquin Wilde and Cruz de Toro getting taken out and Carlito replacing one of them in the match? First, I'm excited. I cannot wait to see Carlito's back in action. We get Dragon Lee. Let me see. It's about time Carlito is returning, right? They was signed over the summer, and about time. We get Dragon Lee versus Austin Theory. This was as a result of Austin Theory, shoving him last week. And honestly, this was a really good match. I want to see more of Dragon Lee. Apparently, he got called up to the main roster already. I didn't see much of him in NXT, but from what I've seen on him on the main roster, he is amazing, and I cannot wait to see what else they do with Dragon Lee. So Grayson Waller, he comes out, tries to help Austin Theory, the Dynamite from Down Under, A-Town Down Under, I think that's what their tag called. But Crammon Grimes comes out to even up the odds, and he helped Dragon Lee be victorious. I was really happy Dragon Lee got this victory. I would have felt some type of way if he would have lost so quickly already. You would have had to see, the LWO, they took a bunch of L's when they first, came together as a faction. But what are your thoughts on this match of Dragon Lee being moved to the main roster and of his overall debut on the main roster? I thought it was pretty good, and I'm looking forward to see what he does. And I still think Austin Theory and Grayson Waller should be a tag team. They should enter the tag team division. We get another vignette from Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. They're talking about the alleged curse that plagues the women's tag team titles. So it seems like they're getting ready to return, which is great because the women's tag team division is they need tag teams. Seriously, they do. Because if not, we're going to have a problem that you're going to have to throw two women together. This is a tag team, so hopefully they come back soon. We get a Seth Rollins Shinsuke Nakamura video package. And it's very interesting because if you listen to Corey Graves on commentary, as they show Seth Rollins' face, Corey Graves says, and I quote, "The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was making the world forget that he existed." CM Punk tease, CM Punk, reference, make of it what you will. But what did you guys think? I think it was very interesting that he said that. Survivor Series is in Chicago, Illinois, which we all know is CM Punk's hometown. Are we going to see CM Punk return to WWE? This kind of reminds me of when Cody Rhodes was coming back to WWE. They did all these teases and references. Corey Graves said on commentary, Seth Rollins' WrestleMania dreams were dashed, or his dream is becoming a nightmare, which were references to Cody. Seth Rollins calling himself the best in the world, and now Corey Graves saying this, Michael Cole saying Seth Rollins was a puppet. Are these all hints, references to CM Punk potentially coming back? Are we just reading all too much into things? What do you guys think? Something, like, overall, I didn't think tonight's SmackDown wasn't too bad, but it also wasn't good. Like, you're supposed to get hyped for. I've always said the purpose of a go home show is to sell you the pay-per-view, make me want to watch Fastlane, and I did like a lot of the stuff that happened, like especially with LA Night, yeah, and the whole Bloodline stuff and the Judgment Day stuff. I did like Dragon Lee versus Austin Theory. However, neither of them are going to be on Fastlane. Rey Mysterio versus Bobby Lashley I like too. Wasn't a huge fan of Charlotte and Asuka versus Damage Control. So with that, because this is a go-home show, you know what? It wasn't too bad of a show, so I'd give it a 7 out of 10. But let me know what you guys thought of today's show and what you rank it out of 10. I'm gonna keep it short today. Like I said, I was only reviewing SmackDown. I wasn't gonna do Rampage. I saw Rampage, but I'm not gonna do Rampage. So with that being said, thank you guys all so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell so you get notified whenever I go live. And I'll see you guys tomorrow after Fastlane. Bye.